What's up everyone? Today let's talk about a very controversial subject of Zico and Kozheri, the subject of ownership. If you are watching this video, you probably know about what and where Zico is. The Zico Valley is a valley located at the border of states of Nagaland and Manipur. This valley is well known for its natural environment, seasonal flowers and flora and fauna. It is situated behind the Japfa Peak located in Nagaland. The rare Zico lily is found only in this valley. The valley is famous for its wide range of flowers in every season, but the most famous one is the Zico lily. There has been a conflict between the two tribes, the Mau and the Angami, putting forward their own evidence of ownership about the Zico and Kozheri. To a bigger picture, it can be a question of which state's boundary the Zico and Kozheri belongs, whether it belongs to Manipur or Nagaland. So what do you think? Which boundary you think does it belong to? Does it belong to Southern Angami or Mau, or Manipur or Nagaland? Anyway, before we go ahead, here are a few disclaimers I want to make. I'm making this video not to campaign against any party nor favor any party. Therefore, if you find any wording mistake in my video, I apologize way ahead beforehand that I don't mean to favor any party. And in this video, I'm gonna be calling Zico and Kozheri because it's easy to pronounce, which is also called Zuko and Kezoltsa. So please don't mind for that. So what are you waiting for? Let's jump into the topic. So here are the reasons why the land belongs to Southern Angami or possibly Nagaland boundary according to the statement made by the Sapo in public. The Southern Angami had been in possession, occupation and ownership of the Kozheri and Zico since time immemorial. This area was occupied by the ancestors when he migrated out from Michael prior to any other village or tribe, and since then their occupation, possession and ownership had been intact till date. Accordingly, the Southern Angami, especially the neighboring villages of Kozheri, had levied taxes from Mau people in the form of meat in acknowledgement of land ownership whenever they availed forest resources such as banana leaves, bamboos, cans, etc. According to the Wikipedia, the word Zico is also originally derived from Vishyama dialect of Angamis, Ziko, which means soulless and dull, referring to when some ancestors of Vishyama moved out to establish a new village in Zico. Due to the unfavorable weather conditions, they were unable to harvest crops, which led them to say, "The valley is beautiful, but is dull and soulless." The common misconception is that Zico derives its meaning from Angami word which translates cold water, referring to the ice-cold stream that flows through the valley. So what do you think, guys? Whose land is it actually? Does it belong to Nagaland? Wait, that was just another side. Now here is why Zico and Kozheri belongs to Mau, which is in Manipur state's boundary. Kozheri forest and part of Zico Valley forms 30 to 35% of the total land area of Mau people since time immemorial. In Mau dialect, Kozh means dark and Korr means river. And they named the river Kozheri, which means dark river, because the area used to be dark even during the daytime. And Zico is derived from Z, which means water, and Ko, which means cold. Mau people had been exploiting its rich natural resources for religious, economic, and other purposes from their own land, Zico and Kozheri. It had been their hunting ground, fishing river, logging forest, and various types of cans for handicrafts. It is also the only forest and virgin land of Mau people, and there is no question ever since because the land purely belongs to them. But the problem arose in the year 1985 when a group of environmentalists, including some from Manipur University, veered off to Sapo's side of Zico Valley and were arrested by volunteers of Vishyama people, handed over to Nagaland police, and sent them to Kohima jail for intruding into their side of the valley, creating very ugly situation. The Angami settled at Shinafe, at present Kaibi village, which is also adjacent to Makhel village, which is true as claimed by the Angami. Shinafe literally means the settled place of Vishyama peoples. So there is no doubt among the Maus that long time back, before they moved out from the Mau area, they lived at Shinafe, which is a village in Mau. But the Mau wonder where the Angami got the history of Vishway and his descendants settled in Kozheri. The thick dark forest was considered feared and unsuitable for habitation during those days, and there is no scientific evidence. In fact, In the earlier times, the Mau tried to settle in the Dzukwa Valley and live there for few days, but due to godly beliefs, rituals and other sacrifices to be made to live there, they couldn't be there for long. So what do you think? You have just heard from both sides. Which side seems true? Does the land belong to Nagaland or Manipur boundary? Please comment below on what you think, who should own the land. And also, if there is any wrong statements that is published in the website, please let everyone know in the comment section below. And if I have missed out important points of evidence of proofs for the side of any party, please let us know in the comment section below. The sources of all these informations are extracted from the links which is given in the description box below. I suggest all of you to refer that. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome to my channel. To encourage me with more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon to never miss an update.